European electricity prices rose to new records Thursday as a heatwave limits energy supplies and wildfires rage across France. The gains reflect the limited market for natural gas used to fuel power plants as Russia cuts supplies while Europe works to replenish supplies for the winter. Falling nuclear reactor capacity and weak wind and hydropower have exacerbated the crisis, raising the possibility of intervention to reduce demand. If Russia stops supplying gas and there may not be enough to meet all demand, then rationing will be introduced, Annegret Bell, President of the Council of European Energy Regulators, told Bloomberg Television. Shutdowns can be avoided, but of course it requires a lot of preparatory work, which we are doing now. The German energy benchmark for next year rose as much as 6.6% to a record €455 per megawatt-hour on the European Energy Exchange AG. The French contract rose as much as 7.8%, to €622 per megawatt-hour. That's about $1,100 for the energy equivalent of a barrel of oil. Heat waves this summer have intensified demand, exacerbating supply disruptions as major waterways used to generate hydroelectric power, cool nuclear power plants and deliver energy dry up. France is in a particularly dire situation, with more than half of its nuclear fleet shut down for maintenance. The country normally exports electricity, but this year it has become a net importer, forcing neighboring countries to burn more gas to keep the lights on. Forest fires are raging in the country, prompting President Emmanuel Macron to enlist support from across Europe to join 10,000 French firefighters to fight the blaze. Historically low levels of nuclear power production and low levels of hydroelectric reserves across Europe lead to a supply shortage that can only be filled by manageable sources such as coal and gas, said Patricio Alvarez, an analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence. This increases the resilience of gas demand at a time of reduced supplies from Russia. Because of the power outages, Britain issued a warning about the narrow gap between supply and demand Thursday night. While National Grid ESO, the country's grid operator, said there would be enough generation, another sign of the difficulties facing Europe's power system this year.